All right. We're in this bitch. We back. Big event. International Fight Week. We bought in the artillery, the help, the hype killer. Yeah, welcome back, bro. And it's not Mexican Independence Day.
Damn. Big fight announced just before we went live. Big fight announced for that weekend. So
the Sphere. Yeah. If y'all haven't heard yet, it's going Max Holloway against Ilya Taporia. The Sphere stocks going up in that event. They're already hyping it. You know, Dana White's hyping it, saying it's a one-time deal, once in a lifetime. So, shout out.
You guys want to give a prediction on how much the cheapest ticket's going to be for that event?
At least $2,000, but probably more than that.
Nah, I don't think it'll be $2,000. The
It's
cheapest
already
ticket,
right now.
$2,000. That's fake though. You're looking at fake tickets.
Yes, sir. We'll see. Is there because
They
it's not
haven't
on
even came
sale
out
officially?
yet.
Yeah, people trying to have you.
Yeah,
pre-order
that's like
them.
somebody who has a pre. Yeah, exactly.
I would like it to be. Well, obviously, I want to be as cheap as possible, but I think a fair price would be like I would pay $800 to $1,000. I would be there regardless.
Well, what's the cheapest ticket for a concert?
There,
yeah.
You could go to like what's right now the Grateful Dead, Dead tour for probably like $200-$300.
Yeah, it'd probably be like $1,000 though, because like they even said this is the first time they're having a live sporting event. Also, it's going to be the first time that anything's going to ever be live from there.
Ooh. And then once in a life, one UFC event only. Dana says.
Well, because I think it's too hectic or some shit. They're saying like they said like the production is going to be like it's their guy who's doing it. He's like that's all he's focused on right now because they don't want to have it like a shitty show. Because like you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. How weird it's going to be like. The cage, where's it gonna go? Then all the cut man, where they're gonna walk out of? You know what I'm saying? How
exactly.
the cameras are,
all the logistics.
I mean, shit, you're right. It might be $2,000.
Value. Yeah, because Dana White said on the Shane and Sharp podcast, he already invested at least $16 million, and they're still gonna put more if needed into this. So he's trying to make his money. He ain't putting $16 million, trying to not make money off of it. So imagine how much he needs to bring in. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, if that's just $2,000, I ain't going.
Yeah. I'm still considering it, but we'll see. We got some time, a few months.
$2,000 is crazy to be in nosebleeds, no matter how dope or once in a lifetime shit is. Fuck that.
They did say the nosebleeds are supposed to be good in the Sphere, though. Those are like the preferred seats.
I mean, with the thing with that is the nosebleeds, they're probably going to be broadcasting the fight on the screen, so you're going to be able to see like you're watching TV though, so you can be at home.
When they've shown,
you don't know. Dana White said the technology. This is no arena has it, so we'll see. We'll see if it's worth its ticket.
Have the second floor where the people sitting below are like, oh, I see the second floor above me. You don't get the
full screen effect.
That would piss me off. Paying $2,000 and you're like, damn, I can't even see anything.
Yeah, well, you can see the actual fight though. You can see the cage better than people way up there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways. I bet you they're gonna make it like a gladiator dome style. Like they can make the graphics into anything.
Bring back the old school opening. Shit. That would be sick. That would be sick to see the.
It's gonna be a lot of Mexican theme though.
Yeah, and Dana White and I quote said, "If you're Mexican, you have to be there." He said that on the interview, especially if you're Mexican. He says you have to be there. So. Damn. You got to be there, bro. Anyway, we'll talk about more. But now we got the UFC 303. We'll recap real quick from Saudi Arabia. It was unfortunate on the little tough losses, but, it is what it is. Nesto here went 2-2, went minus 1.5 units, so nothing, kind of break even right there. He hit the parlay with Gastelum and Hazrat. That was actually it was probably around a -1. I think I kind of minus 110 or something like that. So, right, almost even money. And then he got the Whitaker one that we saw, and we'll talk about that. But ones that he missed, we both missed on the Johnny Walker quick knockout. He proved that you can't still get knockouts with these gloves somehow.
Oh no, I think that theory's away now. The knockout, the glove theory, yeah.
Yeah, you think it's just a coincidence?
Look what Whitaker did to that one dude. I feel like it's all depends who's the fighter. I want to say like who's the better real technical, what I'm saying? Because that's the thing with MMA guys, they don't know how to punch sometimes. Like they just be winging shit. Like there's no technique to it. You know what I mean? Like look at perfect example. Look at the way that Renat dude was throwing his punches. He's just like, Like, you know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying? Like, not
Khabibs, bro.
not
Khabib
smooth
style.
or nothing. And like when the guys who are super technical, they landed on that thing. It's like, okay, you going to sleep. But I mean, we'll see if Alex Pereira don't knock out dude. We'll see.
We'll see. And then I guess for me here, I also got the walker wrong. The one I took a shot on Big Dog was Nicholas Dalby plus 275. He fought a good fight, kept it competitive.
Yeah, he fought for your money for sure.
Yeah, and just a big shout out to I did bet on him and lose as well. Jared Gordon. He also fought a big fight as a big dog too.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people saying he got robbed. So
I felt like he got robbed, but I had money on him, so I'm biased.
Stays getting played. It's like, damn.
I knew that going into it though.
Who was he fighting?
He was fighting Hazrat.
Yeah. It was
little Calvin.
I feel like Gordon. I feel like it was close, but I feel like Hazrat took that third. Like Gordon, went too hard in the second, and I feel like he blew his gas tank because, yeah,
like always.
He's old, bro. He's like 36, 37.
Yep. Darby looked good. Did you see that? They even reported
39.
that he was plus 400 and then went minus 400, then back up plus 400. Like he was they both went plus 400 at one point in the fight. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you could just capitalize on both plus 400s and just
win. That's the thing with the live shit, but they be playing you with the live shit. Like all of a sudden you're getting ready to put your bet real quick and they lock it. It's like, oh, bro.
Yeah, especially in fighting, it's hard because every second matters. Like in a other sports game, the games are longer. So there's more breaks in between, things like that. You could put it in with UFC. It's like if it's not in between rounds, and even then you gotta be fast. But if you do it live time during the fight, it's chopped because any one move is just changes everything. And it's an algorithm. You gotta outbeat the algorithm because that's what the computer's feeding it out. So, but yeah, man, I also missed on the Gastelum parlayed with Palpovich. In real life, I did also hedge my bet once with Volkov, so I was kind of okay with that. But it was an interesting match, bro. Volkov just dominated like we thought.
Yeah, man. My bet got swayed about the weigh-ins. Like
with the controversy,
the little beef, and I was like, oh shit, maybe Volkov gonna beat this fool's ass now because he's like, so we'll see. But then, man, he kicked his ass. He even what's his name was so frustrated he pushed him after the fight.
Yeah, what the fuck? That was weak. That was weak. And you called it like exactly like that. You were saying that, hey, once it gets out of that first round, then you got Volkov obviously has the advantage,
and I feel like Volkov wasn't even in danger in the first round, right?
Nah, he was cautious and kept the distance.
I was getting I got a little woozy for the last couple fights. Like for the Gastelum Rodriguez, I passed out and I woke up. I was like, damn, who won? I had to look online. And then the Volkov one, I was like, I fell asleep. I fell asleep the first half, 1.5, going into. I was like, oh shit, I gotta wake the fuck up. Even for the Whitaker fight, I was like, damn, you're half asleep, and all of a sudden he's celebrating. I was like, oh yup.
Yeah, that's all funny. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't feel bad about the Dalby. I would bet that again at plus 275. But the one I did finally get was also Whitaker. So I was juiced about that. Easy win from Whitaker, way better than I expected. I thought it was gonna go longer.
And then got him for hella cheap. Like the time we did it was minus 130, right?
Yeah, I recorded at 135, but yeah, my bet was at minus 130. So I was juiced.
I ended up even doing a bet for him by knockout just because, and I was plus 220 on this area.
And I'll tell you what was scary. I was following the line even during the walkouts and up until the fight started. And bet online, people were getting the money was coming in, and it became a damn near pick'ems. And at one point, Whitaker was plus 105 at one point, plus 110, and they came back and people started betting Whitaker again. But I was like, wait, this money ain't, it means something if people are just slamming on it like this, like it's coming from somewhere. So I was a little worried. But hey, fuck it, easy money, baby. Let's go.
For sure, got to do it. I think they should do Whitaker versus people have been saying versus Strickland.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, especially because
Strickland's only fighting for the belt. He said.
Well, you never know. I mean, we'll see now because he was talking shit about Whitaker.
Yeah. Well, moving forward here, we're hoping to change up the feng shui, adding hype here, and we're gonna do a little better here next week in this. It's a lot of tough fights, bro. TBH. All right. But yeah, we got this Pereira, Prochazka 2, last minute. This is supposed to be McGregor versus Chandler. So interesting. but we're gonna start from the bottom here because we're bottoms.
Last minute, you can argue that the card got better now with the star power, but it's also it got better. But to me, it's kind of sketch because it's short notice. I'm like short notice are like hit or miss now. Like, is the guy that ready, or is he just doing the fight so he could get cashed the fuck out? Because he's getting cashed the fuck out to take the fight. The UFC offered some little extra cheddar. Even Ortega said he took this fight also because he's gonna donate $100K to like a church in LA or something like that. So like, yeah. Because they even said Ortega was supposed to fight. Like, that's why I don't like this fight either. I think Diego Lopez might scrape him because I was thinking about it now. Like, Ortega said his next fight was supposed to be at 155 at the Sphere.
Yep.
Maybe he's gonna take just like an easy because he's definitely getting cashed out.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it, man. Let's go through it. But yeah, we're opening up with a solid matchup here, man. Ricky Simón against Vinicius Oliveira. Simón here, 20-5.
He's coming off.
He's actually on a losing streak.
Yeah,
2 L's, but he's getting in his prime. Solid wrestler. He lost to Mario Batista and Song Yadong.
Damn.
But here's the crazy thing before I even move on. The odds, by the way, is minus. Where is he at here? It's kind of surprising. Oh yeah, Ricky Simón's minus 210. Oliveira's plus 180. Yeah, other dude here.
Oliveira, he's the one that just slept somebody with like some crazy knees, right?
Yeah. Yep. So this 20-3. This guy's a prospect, but he's already 28 years old. But obviously, knockout machine. He's the highlight knockout on Sopaj. I think that was the last minute fight here, flying knee. And before that, he was on the Contender Series. So this is his second UFC fight. So I mean, I'll let Hype start. Man. What do you think about this matchup?
I'm a big Ricky fan. I thought he was great, and I thought he wasn't getting the love he should. But Oliveira, I picked against him in his last fight, and I was wrong. I think that Ricky can win the fight, not easily, but win this fight using his grappling and, trying to avoid this guy's, knees, elbows, everything coming at him. But man, with a 20-3 record, if Oliveira puts those hands on him, I could definitely see Ricky Simón going down. I want to say Ricky Simón by decision. Honestly, that's what I think. Ricky Simón by decision, maybe even split decision, depending upon how nasty this guy can get. But for my money this week, I'm a side with Ricky, just because of the grappling.
Ricky.
I mean, we gotta see if this guy's like. We gotta see if this guy's like for real though, because like you said, last fight was short notice or whatever. Because this dude looks like a badass. Like he looks like silver tooth activities.
Yeah.
And like I feel like for Ricky Simón, like he's on that skid. Like there's a big fight for him, but like if this guy might be able to catch him with some, but yeah, I'm gonna just go with Ricky just because of the experience. But don't be surprised. I feel like he's live for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I was looking at this matchup, obviously I was thinking Ricky Simón was gonna be like maybe a small favorite or pick'ems, maybe. So I was like, oh, I think that's good value on Simón. But when I looked at the odds and he was already minus, 210, 200, I was like, I mean, the longer the fight goes, obviously, I think he's going to outlast the competition with his cardio and his wrestling, like you were saying. But Oliveira early is going to be extremely dangerous. He could definitely knock him out quickly. But I mean, as far as the matchup, I still got to pick. I agree with y'all. Ricky Simón. He's just a better all-around fighter.
How many KOs does he have? Yeah.
16 KOs. 80% of his wins are KOs or TKOs.
Because that's the thing. Like Ricky might be out the door. Like 3 straight losses is pretty crazy. And you said he's like in his prime, but the thing is, he's been fighting for a minute, so he's like dog years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been through the ringer.
Yeah, he's definitely solid. Obviously, if you stand and strike, like the younger guy here, Oliveira, he's a highlight reel type of guy. So, I wish the odds were a little closer here because I don't blame anyone with Oliveira taking an early shot or even like round 1 finish.
Yeah,
KO prop.
Like I don't know how this guy's like wrestling defense is, but if he can defend the takedown, it's a wrap for Simón.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to. He has a little jiu-jitsu, but we'll see. We'll move forward here. I know I was interested in where the money's going. Hold on, let me take a look here. So it looks like Simone opened closer to like a minus 175. So some money agrees that he's just the right piece of the puzzle to be able to outlast Oliveira, because money's coming in and bringing him to a minus 210 or so. But we'll see. What else we got here? What else? Oh no. All right, next up, we got Carlos Hernandez against Ray Saruya. Oh, I think this is a short notice fight. Carlos Hernandez was supposed to fight Cody Durden, and Durden pulled out. So we got this Japanese prospect. He's the number one flyweight in Japan, it looks like. 9-0. Let's just start with him, bro, because he's not very popular and well known yet.
He's minus 400 right now. And what I'm looking at, he's minus 400.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's only 22.
He's minus 500 on Bet Online.
He's 22 and 1 week old.
Oh, is he the one that just left Rising, or is it?
No, that's a grown ass man. This is still a kid. This is the kid on Road to UFC.
Okay.
It looks like he's fought in that 3 times and won all 3 here. So
He's
I didn't watch him
shit out of people.
Road to UFC, but
Damn.
I'm going to tell you, he's a prospect, and I think he's going to ride that class of Tyra from the other week, who was headlining. And so I think I have to go with him. But am I going to lay minus 500 with some unproven kid in the actual UFC? Probably not. That's probably not my vibe there. But definitely have to pick him. But let's touch on what's his name, Carlos Hernandez here. Do you guys know about Carlos here? Your boy Carlos?
I know he's fought in the UFC. That's about it. I think he lost his last fight because I think I picked him.
Yeah, 9-3. He's on a 1-fight losing streak. Never finished or never knocked out anyone before. So a lot of wrestler. Lost to Tyra, another Japanese person, but lost by ground strikes. And then before that, beat Bondar by technical decision. And then lost to Nascimento, got choked out in the first round. So, I don't feel good about this guy. So that's why I side the other side. But, he does have a little more experience for sure.
Are there props out on this fight yet? What's Rise submission?
Yeah, there is.
Because that's how I'm
my
looking
sub
at this
is
fight.
plus 165.
That's my
that.
prediction.
Most likely outcome.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I would just go with the American dude just because
he is plus 375, man. So he could pull out a possible decision.
Yeah, just because the other guy's making his UFC debut, like coming from Japan, it's like it's gonna be different. Culture shock, over there, it's hella quiet. Over here, they're gonna be yelling. They're saying USA
and short notice.
And that's the other thing, like making your short notice debut is kind of sketch. So yeah, I'm gonna just if I were to pick just because for the value, I'd go with that guy for sure. Carlos.
Yep. Oh shit.
Just because Boudet is so stinky. Oh yeah, man. Here we go. We got Andre Pitbull Arlovsky versus Martin. What's his nickname? The weakling Boudet. Nah, Boudet's only lost he's on a who'd he lose to the last fight against Gaziev where he got dogged.
Boudet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's start with Boudet then. Martin Boudet. Baddies. He's a baddie boy.
Batty boy.
Batty boy. Martin Boudet. 13-2.
He was on a streak before he lost to Gaziev. Yeah, look, he was on a big streak.
But look at the streak. Let me just name some out here.
It was mid, yeah.
Parisian, Collier, Brzezinski, Chris Barnett, everyone's favorite, the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
And before that, Lorenzo Hood.
See, the only thing that sucks about this fight is just because Arlovsky's so old, bro, and it's like, damn. But the thing is, this is a fight Arlovsky could maybe win. Like, I don't know. Goddamn, 34-23.
Yeah,
I was just looking at that like, damn.
Imagine he gets to 500.
Hey, 45 years old, 3 losses, and look at his last few fights, man. I mean, okay, he lost to Waldo Cortez by decision. That's okay. Young talent. Dontel Mays finished him. Rogelio de Lima finished him, but he got a split with Jake Collier and Jared Vanderay. Like, I feel you though, because let me tell you the odds. And you're gonna be kind of excited.
Like
Our
plus
plus 220. Yeah, plus 220. Boudet's minus 260. I'm not laying minus 260 with Martin Boudet. like, no. I mean, he should win. I mean, how can he not win against this 45-year-old? But Boudet always is sketchy. I just feel like the way he fights is sketchy.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Arlovsky, 45 years old, bro. Like, and then like, is this the day finally he's like, remember for a streak, he was getting slept like hella bad, like damn near 3 fights for a minute, and then he came back out of nowhere. So it's like, is this the fight where you like, if he gets slept by Boudet, bro, it's gonna be like, okay, bro, hang it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would just probably
has to be on Arlovsky.
Yeah, just because Boudet's like booty, like you say, like he's so sketchy.
What's Arlovsky by decision? That's my prediction. Whatever Arlovsky by decision is what I'm putting my money on.
Yeah. You could sleep him.
Arlovsky by decision is plus 250 on BetOnline. So it's the most likely outcome.
And then what about Boudet by knockout?
Yeah. Just take the 220. Boudet by knockout is plus 350. Plus 350 for Boudet by knockout.
It's crazy. Arlovsky is always fighting on this international fight week card. I've seen him fight on this card like 3-4 times, bro. It's crazy.
Hey, he's just, when is he going to hang it up? We don't know, but he said he's been fighting smarter. So decision is I think has some value. Maybe the over here.
But then
I don't know. I don't like over 2.5 still. I don't like that. Maybe
I mean, at the same time, it's just better just getting the money line. It's plus 2 something, right?
Plus 220 on Arlovsky. Yeah, if you think he has a shot, just take
he only has 11 more wins than he has losses. I'm looking at that number and I'm just like, bro.
Well, bro, he's 45.
Man,
damn, like your favorite gelato.
Hey, RIP. No, I like 41 better.
And some people like 42. Some 20.
Give me the gelato. I didn't care what number it was.
41 is fire.
I'm glad people are not. Remember, everyone was just throwing out the different cuts they had, like the numbers.
That's all it is, man. Well, that's all it's been, just gelato.
But now, then they at least like advertise and rename it before it's like, no, it's 41 now. I'm on 42, bro. I'm on 45.
The 33. Well, no, it was 30.
The Larry Bird.
It was 33, and then it was 45. That were like those 3 were like the ones that they always had for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Connected.
Yeah, shout outs, Sweet.
Shout out anyway,
we're getting back to here.
Sorry, Arlovsky by decision. That's my pick.
Yeah,
I'm with you there. I like that.
Hopefully, he could pull it out, man. Shout out the Pit Bull. Taste my pee-pee.
Here we go. We got the first chick fight. We got Michelle Waterson Gomez, the karate hottie, against Jillian Robertson.
This fight is just—it's all about if Michelle Waterson cannot get sticky with her. Like if Jillian Robertson can do her shit where she's just sticking on you and dragging you down, doing that bullshit, it's a wrap for Michelle Waterson for the whole fight.
Yeah,
it's like every fight.
This is a styles matchup.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was like I feel like Michelle too. She's like undersized still, so it's like fuck, bro. I'm always rooting for her fights. So it's like, oh, it's sad when she loses. Like, damn. It's either she gets her ass kicked hella bad, or she gets played by a decision. It's like, damn.
Yeah, and she's not getting any younger. Robertson minus 180 right now. Michelle is plus 155. Under over 2.5 minus 165 on the over. So
what's Robertson by sub?
Let's see here. Robertson by subs plus 225. I like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm taking.
I like that.
What would it be? The karate hottie by like TKO or something?
Oh, Michelle Waterson by TKO plus 1,200.
God damn! Hey, I might have to just sprinkle like $5, $10 on.
Yeah, hey, you might be onto something at plus 1,200. Like if Michelle Waterson wins, she
could go with that spinning body kick or some shit, get her down and just fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Yeah, but once it gets to if she gets to the ground, it's like already over. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to even try to play the total because if it was a standing fight, Michelle Waterson's durable. She's gonna stay in the fight.
She's a beast.
Yeah, but Robertson, you've seen her getting punched up before,
that's the whole thing. And then she always just does that crotch sniffer shit. Like, and then the thing is her grappling is like that nasty like jujitsu takedowns a lot of times. Like, she just come in like that and then just get on you and then start just bringing you down.
Yeah, I mean, look at her people she fought though. I mean, it's iffy. It's Polyana Viana, but she did look good in it. And then she lost to Tabitha Ritchie, who's a grappler, not a jiu-jitsu, but a grappler.
Oh yeah, bro. And then like that was big. She tapped out Rose Namajunas. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that's grappling though.
Never mind. It's grappling though. Yeah, not
in a fight.
But other than that, I mean, you fight who's putting in front of you, and she's pretty much beaten. Once she's gotten better, she's pretty much beaten whoever's putting in front of her. Whereas Waterson, I mean, obviously she's fought everybody, right? Like the Naya who's in the division. 18-12, 38 years old. She lost to Marina Rodriguez, Luana Pinheiro, Lemos, Rodriguez. I mean, she beat Angela Hill by split though back in 2020. That was 4 years ago. And so I mean, she's fought everybody. I think here it's hard for me to lay minus 180. I think Jillian Robertson should win, but I'm not laying minus 180. I think the value's on Gomez. So I guess for that sake, betting wise, I'd recommend that. But I love your guys' look, man. I think if you like the Waterson side, that plus 1200 by knockout ain't too bad right there. Maybe you take her money line and then you put a little bit on by KO plus 1200, or if you like Jillian Robertson, you got to play the plus 225 for submission. Because I think that's one of the only ways she could kind of win. Because I mean, I guess by points because she doesn't finish her, but I think if she could get her on the ground, she could finish her on the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see the karate hottie like catching her with like an up kick, like she's got her on her back, catching her, and she kind of folds and she gets like a TKO. That's like that 12 plus 1200, but I think Roberts is gonna just make it. The submissions is cool, but I think it's gonna be boring, like you were saying.
No, I think her by submission is like the most likely outcome.
Just grinding on her the entire time.
Or quick, she'll just snatch something up. Because that's the thing, Robertson, she got good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so her submissive jiu-jitsu is pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up, man, we got.
No, I was just saying that Michelle, that's her shit. She always gets tapped out and out grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's karate with it. We got Peyton Talbot, the prospect 8-0 against Giannis Gamori.
We got the pole boy Peyton Talbot.
The Desert Warrior, 12-2 from France. You guys just saw him lose to Will Gomis in round 3, and before that he was from Brave FC. So this is his second fight, but the guy he's fighting is top-notch prospect. I mean, I've been on this train, bro, and I've been watching him since Contender Series. That's where he was, and I think this kid is the goods, bro. He's the goods. But I'm not betting minus. What is he right now? Minus 1700.
Yeah, what's just like the finishing props?
Yeah,
because maybe he's
part of
knockout.
Talton knockout's minus 245.
Oh, it's like not even worth like betting on this one.
No, that's the thing. Like I'm so bad. I just like to watch for entertainment because there's no I've been looking at like what's really a good price to tackle here, and I mean, there's no way I think Talbot. Maybe even the first round finish is plus 100, so it's hard for me to play that. Plus 100.
Yeah, fuck that. What's the under?
Yes, under is under 1.5 plus 105. Yeah, I like that.
I guess
I think if Talbot can finish him.
So yeah, I mean, I only throw Talbot in just like the greasiest of the greasiest. So yeah,
like, but even then, it's like
if he blows it, it'll be hot.
Like a prelim, him and Rye, you could probably put them together. Minus 1,600 in the UFC. See, this is like the setup where it's like, oh, I'm gonna take an L, but I feel like this fool, he's on his shit, but he's getting juice right now. Like I don't know the other guy here, he took an L in the UFC to
same kind of fighter style. You know what I mean?
Is Giannis coming
Yeah.
down from 145? Because I'm looking at it where I got Talbot at 135, and then I got Giannis at 146.
Well,
So
let's
is he a
go me.
featherweight
Yeah.
coming down?
He's a featherweight going down at 135, correct?
Damn. And they're 5'10", 5'9", 70 versus 69. So
Yeah, I'll
even
show
they're
you.
even. But yeah, the way Talbot's looked the last two fights
Yeah, if
in
you've been
Reno,
watching from the
that
beginning,
camp that he's out of, they've been training. They've been coming down and training with like MMA Gold, and that there's that girl that fights with him. She just knocked that other girl out last week in Cage Warrior in like 10 seconds, and she has the fastest women's KO in championship history in that organization. And they're all coming out of Reno. Reno's producing some beasts right now.
that's crazy. Hey, I'll tell you this, man. Like, not why this guy's the goods. I know everyone knows he's the goods at this point. He's kind of already started to prove himself, but I mean, he's a striker predominantly, but he can wrestle. He could stop people from taking him down. His takedown defense has seemed to be solid from what I've seen, and most importantly, he's very, very durable. Like, you know, because he's young, he's gonna make mistakes, especially when he's like a striker. You're bound to get hit, but he's been able to take some shots before that doesn't seem to even phase him. You know, I know at some point that could catch up to you, but I don't think Gamora is the one that's going to do it. So, but I mean, like you said, he is the bigger guy coming into the fight, but cutting down weight, is that going to mean that, you know, that affects his power and also massively affects his chin? Because he's definitely going to get touched, you know, like for sure.
Oh.
And this thing he doesn't immediately knock out Talbot. Like Talbot's touching his chin at some point, you know, so that's going to happen. But yeah, minus 17 is insane. Next up here, we got a low-key banger, guys. You know, Charles Air Jourdain against John Silva.
Gene.
But yeah, we got Jourdain here, 15-7 record, not so sexy lately, but he's still only 28. Striker, you know, but a well-rounded guy. Never been knocked out before. And he just lost to Sean Woodson by split. Sean Woodson's also another big-time prospect with the Tayshaun Prince build. So yeah, who do you guys like in this?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
John
just
Silva
go with
here?
Charles Jourdain. Who's this guy? Oh no, this is that dude who be hella hyped up though, huh?
Yeah, John Silva.
He's pretty crazy.
12-2. He's only 27, but looks 40. You know, 9 wins, never been finished before. So it's a crazy fight here. But the people he's fought is just iffy, right? You got Weston Wilson, who actually won his last fight, right? Kevin Villegas. I mean, I don't know. Well, who do you like?
I would just say, oh yeah, who you like? Hype Killer.
It's a pick'ems, by the way.
Yeah, I like Jourdain, but I had Jourdain prior to seeing his last 4 wins here. And one thing I do like is he's fought all those fights in basically a year span, so he's been active, which is nice. I don't know. I just don't have enough on him to take him over Jourdain. We've seen him, and there were some really good guys. Lost some close decisions. So I don't know. I think if you're putting your money on this fight, the safer pick would definitely be the more veteran guy in the UFC, and that'd be Jourdain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jourdain was opened at a minus 200 favorite. Money's been hitting on Gene Silva, and now Jourdain's sitting, you know, at minus 120-ish, minus 110 pick him. So, I mean, at this point, I think if you like John Silva, I mean, it's a coin flip, but I think Jourdain right now is a cheap price. You know, you're getting him at a pick'ems when he was like a minus 200 before. You're getting him at a 50% discount almost. You know, I think, you know, that's the way I'm looking. It is going to be one of those clench your buttholes, you know, bets, because Silva's going to come in there and throw some crazy shit. And you already know that Jourdain, he's down to, you know, make it a war. He's always down to, you know, expose his chin. So at any time he could get lights out on that too. So, but like you said, I like the experience. I like that he's been there longer, even though he looks a lot younger than Silva here. But yeah, I'm going with Jourdain as well, just for the price.
What's Charles by decision? What's his decision prop?
Let's see here. Decision Charles is plus 165. So most likely outcome, the over is 2.5 is minus 150. I would be not liking to play the over. I might be clenching my ass cheeks playing the over on this. Over 2.5? Jesus Christ. Bro, might as well just do no things.
How many of Jordan's fights, his last fights, have gone decision?
Jourdain here. Let's see. His last fight was split decision, like I said, against Sean Woodson. Before that, he lost by. Let's see. Here, I'll look at He's only won 2 decisions, and he has 6 decision losses in his career. So I mean, he doesn't really win decisions. When it comes to decision, he's not really it doesn't really come out. He's more of a finisher. But he also, could be at risk here. He's durable, but at some point, there's going to be certain guys that are going to knock you out. So
that's the thing. Gene Silva,
I still think
Silva's hella aggressive in his fight, so that's why I'm going to think kind of worried. But
I think I'm going to flip. I think I'm going to go with Silva, and I think I'm going to go with Silva by maybe even KO. I know he hasn't been KO, but there's a first time for everything. And just looking at it, I'm starting to not feel good about it. Looking at that, I was like, yeah. If it's a close fight and it's a war, I could see them, giving it to Silva. I don't know. He's not even
Silva
American,
by knockouts plus 300. You like that?
Is it? Is that the second most outcome?
Yeah, the most likely outcome for him is by decision plus 250.
Got it. Silva by KO, second round.
Hey, I like that.
Hey, this next fight needs to be on the pay-per-view.
Next fight, we got a couple of potential legends here. Cub Swanson, Andre Touchy-Feely, bro. This is crazy. I can't believe Cub Swanson's still in it. 29-13, 40 years old. He's just the man, bro. He took out Hakeem Dawodu by decision. And didn't he get dropped? He got dropped early in that fight. And he came back and fought through adversity, right? From what I saw and remember.
No, Cub's he's been on a decent run, at his age for sure.
And he's fighting only high level guys. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, he's fighting only top level guys, I feel like. So excuse me. He's been through it all. Andre Feely, 23-11. He's the man, still kind of old and a lot of mileage on him, but he's still at it, bro. He's not as old as Cub. I'll tell you that. And he just came off of a knockout by Dan Ige. It was a pretty devastating knockout, bro. I remember that 50K Ige. But before that, he looked good against Almeida. So I don't know, man. I know you have a little bias hype, but I mean, you can let me know who you like.
Feely, baby.
Touchy-feely.
I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, how do I want to say this? I think if anybody's going to get stopped in the fight, I think it's Feely that gets stopped in the fight. But if it goes to decision, I think Feely. He got knocked out really bad, and that was only 4 months ago. I hope it's not too soon. But Feely's a dog. He's a beast. He's a vet. He's a young vet. I'm biased. I'm going to pick Andre Feely no matter what. I hope he's smart and he's prepared and he's not taking this fight short because he just wants to get in there to prove that he's better than his last performance. This is one of those guys. I feel like you look at his record, it should be way better than it really is. Feely, he's awesome. He's a great fighter
too,
and he's been crippled by really bad split indecision losses that I think should have gone his way. With that being said, Cub Swanson, I've been watching him since the WBC. I think Andre Feely's got enough in the gas tank to win a decision, easy, and maybe even get a finish here. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a finish, to be honest. I think it's gonna be a decision. Feely.
Yeah, I might just go with the youth of Feely, but also Feely, man, he's a big letter downer. You know what I'm saying? Big spots where you think he got it in the bag, he just be blowing it. I don't know. And Cub Swanson is for sure somebody who will spoil the party. Even as
let me tell you the
right
price
now.
tag of that party. Andre Feely's minus 250, minus 260, and Cub Swanson's plus 220. So, I mean, that also changes the equation a little bit. The under/over is 2.5 at minus. I pretty much at pick'ems. So, you know, yeah, 2.5 is tough. I think, and both these guys can finish each other. It's possible. But I like Feely, of course, but minus 260 is a lot. But I think he should be the favorite, and I pick Feely as well.
Yeah, I'm with Feely too.
I can't believe we're agreeing on all these fights. We didn't go over these beforehand, so but we're in agreement with a lot of them. So concerning. We're all the same thing here. Who we got here? Next up, we got Joe Pyfer against Marc-Andre Barriot. Man, we start with the guy from Quebec here. We got Marc-Andre, 34 years old. He's a vet at this point, I feel like. He's been in the UFC. I was actually surprised that he finished most of his fights by knockout. I felt like he was more like a grappler, like wrestling type of guy, like ground and pound. But he did lose a split decision most recently with Chris Curtis, and before that beat on Eric Anders and Julian Marquez, and then lost to Fluffy. Got submitted by Fluffy, and then before that, had some decent fights. We don't got to go all the way back with him because he's been around, like we said. But I mean, what do you guys think here with your boy Joe Pyfer? You think he's fraud or he's a real prospect? He's real with it.
I mean, I think he's a decent dude. Like, I think the hype was way too much on him. You know what I'm saying? With Dana White doing all that shit. But I think this is a good fight for him. If he doesn't get like hella tired and blow it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Barriot's cool, but he's not like, he ain't like hella raw like that. So I feel like we got a good chance with Joe Pyfer. He's a favorite, of course, right?
Joe Pyfer. Oh yeah, Joe Pyfer here. Let me tell you, he was. I should have jumped on it a lot earlier, but Joe Pyfer's minus 320 now. He opened like minus 160, 170 only, and then got steamed up. So at this point, he's in the greasy parlay for me. I like Joe Pyfer here. I think like you just said, the last one was a quick jump up in competition to Jack Hermanson, who's a real solid ass vet. He's been through the fire. So you can't look down on that loss. It's like a learning experience, and he's just getting better. Whereas Marc-Andre, you get what you get with him. He already is established at 34. I don't think he's getting like next level with his game. Always improving. Whereas I think Joe Pyfer has been improving every time and learning from the last loss. So do I love the price tag? No, I think minus 200 ish it would be ideal. But I think Pyfer wins here. I think he's stuff the takedowns too.
What's Pyfer by KO?
Pyfer by KO has to be minus something. No. Ooh, Pyfer by KO is plus 200.
That's it.
That might be it.
I think Pyfer's coming out. He's gonna be super mad that because that fight was set up for him to be like the new dude, and Jack Hermanson's just like, hold up, man. So I think he's going to come into this fired up, and he's going to be like, okay, I thought I had the grappling to stop some of that. And I think he's going to knock Mark out. First round.
Yeah. I like the value there, though. Plus 200 is pretty good. I think that brings that minus 320 to plus 200. I mean, a lot of people are looking down on his knockout ability because, remember, he couldn't finish. He had Jack Hermanson during that fight early, remember? And Hermanson, rallied back and used his veteran experience and just, came back when it had that second wave, second win. So I think Joe Pyfer at minus 300 and 320 is too much. Yeah, I think that's a little too much. So I like your look right there. I mean, maybe the under, if you think he finishes the under, I don't know. It's about pick'ems.
I don't know. I feel like if Curtis couldn't get Barrio out of here, I don't think Pyfer's going to be able to do it.
I was just also thinking of that. I was just like, Chris Curtis pretty solid, for him, and he's always striking, but he wasn't able to get him out. Barriot's only been knocked out once.
Yeah, Barriot's he's durable.
Yeah, especially if he starts grappling, then he's not going to take the big knockout shots, So we'll see on that, but odds-wise, I do agree with that. Look, next up here, what do we got? What do we get? Oh, here we go. We're getting to the main card here. Open up with Ian Gary Machado against
Here we
Michael
go.
Venom Page, MVP, baby. Let's go. MVP 22-2. The OG new phenom of the UFC. And he made a name for himself by taking an upsetting Kevin Holland fight, bro, in his debut. So now he's fighting Ian Gary, who's like, is he White Holland? I don't know.
Bro, they got played. They were supposed to be the co-main event, and then Connor pulls out, and now these guys are the opening fight of the pay-per-view. Still a great spot, but they were the co-main event. But we got a way better co-main event, in my opinion, coming up. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Ian Gary, I don't know. Part of me wants to see the unbeaten streak keep going, but MVP is a lot older and he's got a much shorter time in the UFC, and I kind of want to see how much damage this guy can really do.
How older is he?
He's in his
11
later
years older
30s.
than Ian Gary. He's 37.
Yeah.
And Ian Gary's 26.
So I would like to see him, Gary can take an L, but we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be weird seeing because I feel like I haven't seen Ian Gary be very aggressive and like super.
Nah, he was putting it together against Jeff Neal, but then it's like I don't know.
Said it was a split,
he stops. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And then against like Jeff Neal, I feel like Jeff Neal, he wasn't like he kept high fiving him during the fight. He didn't have like that killer mode in there.
I was there.
So, like,
I was like, what is going on? And I kept looking down, like, because I couldn't hear the commentary. So I'm just watching it going, why are they high-fiving? Like, did something happen? I couldn't tell. But I don't know. Ian Gary, he doesn't bug me. There's nothing about him like that. I don't
care. I don't care for him. So, like, I'm going with MVP. And I just want to see MVP, like, do well in the UFC now. Like, do some crazy shit. So, he's actually gonna be one of my bets just because. And plus, Ian Gary, I mean, he doesn't bother you, but like, he be like doing too much. So we'll see. We'll see if he backs it up. Because like, at the end of the day, it should be Ian Gary winning this fight like damn near easily. You know what I'm saying? If he's really that new prospect, and a lot of people like to hate on MVP because he does his antics and shit like that. So we'll see. Because I mean, I thought Kevin Holland was gonna be able to beat MVP, and that was like surprisingly how he did. So we'll see.
Yeah. Ian Gary is minus 130, 135.
Oh, that's good odds.
Michael Page plus 115. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you any MMA fan would tell you, MVP's the shit as far as just like the way he carries himself, and he's been in Bellator killing it for a minute now. But and everyone hates Ian Gary, right? As far as like, a lot of people can't handle him. Like, we know he's kind of a villain. He's taking that cuck role. For me, dude, I think I got to go with the younger guy here. I think Ian Gary he has been sketched. Like, he shouldn't have a split decision against Gary Neal, right? Like, if he's really living up to the hype, but I think he still hasn't shown his best performance yet, So, but he's been fighting decent opponents, These are all like, every time he fights an opponent, it's a level up in the last few fights. So it's like a slow level up, not like a big jump. So I think this is obviously going to be his like maybe his toughest test with a striker like this. But I think he's just more well-rounded, and I think that he's going to know that MVP does have a weird rhythm, and he's going to be able to I don't think outpoint him in the striking. I think he's going to have to mix it up. He can't just stand there and fight the MVP fight. Then that's no good. So, but I think it's a cheap price. I think Ian Gary should probably be like a minus 200 or something. So they opened at Pick'ems, but now we got Ian Gary at minus 130. I'm taking it. Did you already say about this hype? Did you already talk about this one?
Man, I'm after listening to both of you and just looking at this, and the only thing that really stands out outside the age is like MVP's reach. He does have bigger reach on him, but I could see Ian Gary doing exactly what he did to Jeff and just kind of like it's just kind of bum rushing him a little bit and like pushing him up against the cage and just stalling him and holding him and not trying to take him down necessarily, but just like kind of beat him up against the fence and let MVP try to like work off the cage. And I don't know, I can see it just being a grinding, grueling, boring fight, but I want to see MVP sleep this fool. That'd be cool. Throw a Pokeball right afterwards.
Call me crazy. How about this? Ian Machado, Gary by sub plus 750. Small sprinkle. He has this jiu-jitsu game that he claims he has because he's Brazilian or whatever. Mentally, he's mentally Brazilian, and so he has a jiu-jitsu game he wants to implement. I mean, it might get sticky. He might think he can strike with MVP, and then just like how MVP bothered Holland and got Holland all frustrated and shit with that rhythm. At least the difference is, Ian Gary may be able to revert to the grappling sooner. Holland, typically kind of hard-headed, doesn't want to revert to the grappling right away. And by the time he does, it's like way too late. So just more of like a rare, plus 750 type of sprinkle. I might have to look into that as well. Next up, who do we got? Wait, no way, bro. No way. This is after the fight we just talked about. This is a travesty. I think they got to switch up the order on fight day. This can't be true. We got Mayra Bueno Silva against Macy Chiasson. This is an interesting fight, man. Mayra Silva, she got the Addies, 10-3. She's in there, but she is off one loss. She's a submission artist, even though she likes to stand and strike, and she likes to be durable as well. But she lost to the champ, Raquel Pennington. And,
they both did, like you said, right?
Yeah, Chiasson, I think, fought her before, not recently. Let me see here. Chiasson, 9'3", big girl, 5'10". She usually has a hard time making weight. She fought Pennington back in 2021 and lost to her she got choked out by Pennington. So,
she's coming off of a win, right?
Yeah, she most recently beat Pani Kianzad, but lost to Aldana before.
Yeah,
that
was like a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's quote unquote reinvented herself again, probably getting better. Prototype size wise, she can make the weight. She's solid, But I feel like Mayra Bueno also, could fight for your money, even though she's a head case, and that's the part that's kind of unknown. So this fight overall is sketchy. Mayra Bueno Silva was a minus 240 when she opened. Now she's all the way to minus 120 pick'ems. So it looks like a lot of money's been on Macy here. So maybe people know something I don't know, but a lot of money's on Macy. What do you guys like?
Man, I don't know. It's a sketch fight. Bueno Silva, she was going hard in her last fight, then gassed out, and Pennington was able to take over. But then Chiasson's been getting hated on, but she actually looked good in her last fight. So, man, I'm just got to go with the Brazil just because. But I think Macy's she might just shock people, and then that height is crazy too. So
yeah, the height difference is insane here, man. She got a 4 or 5 inch difference. Let's see here. Yeah, she's 5'11" to 5'6", 5 inch difference. That's kind of crazy. So I don't think Shatara here could get her in those same clinch grappling holds, as you can with the people closer to her size. But Mayra Bueno Silva has the better, I think, jiu-jitsu game. I think she's going to be able to get her in she's a nice submission type of person. She chases after submission sometimes. But I feel like I'm falling into this trap with Mayra Bueno Silva. I think it's a cheap price because she used to be a minus 250. At this point, I think she has more experience, but Macy's on the up. Macy's going up, and the trajectory of Mayra is kind of tapering off. You know what I'm saying? She had her little chance. So that part kind of scares me. This fight might be boo-boo. I don't know about this. If I had to make a pick here, betting-wise, Mayra Bueno Silva, MMA, matchup-wise, you got to go with Macy. I think she's on the up. But I'm not. I don't like Macy. I just don't like the way she fights. So I'm out. I'm out on that fight.
I just looking at this and looking at the size difference between these two gals. Why not? I'm going to take a shot on Macy. Why not? They both lost this to the champ, right? And it's this women division. They win. The girls that beat the girls lose to the next girl. It's weird, right? Why not? Let's go Macy. USA.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get sucked in when it gets closer to fight time. Well, you got to watch the weigh-ins on this because Macy and Myra both of them might have trouble making weight, even if it's at 135. So
they're both
sketchy. But if Myra, becomes, let's say, an underdog, closer to fight time, I might be intrigued enough and tempted enough to sprinkle a little something on that one. But yeah, stay away. Honestly, we just have to talk about every fight, but that might be a stay away as well. We got last minute fill in here. Anthony Lionheart Smith again against Roman Dolidze. This is a loaded ass matchup. Dolidze is going up in weight. He's usually at 185. Now he's fighting at 205 for this fight. So Anthony Smith is going to be a substantially bigger guy, man. He's actually already a big guy.
Yeah.
Good with. So
yeah, and then what's the odds?
Oh yeah. This is the good stuff here. We got Roman Dolidze minus 140. Anthony Smith around minus 120 or so. Or plus 120, sorry. So Lionheart's the underdog, bro. I mean, he's been through it all. We just saw that he fraud checked. He's only 35 years old, but he's like 42 in MMA years.
Dolidze he yoked Petrino. Yeah, Victor Petrino. I feel like Roman Dolidze is kind of like fell off hard, and he's gonna come in at this weight class. I mean, maybe it could rejuvenate him, but I feel like his inactivity just made him like whatever.
Yeah, and he's also 35. He's just never been finished before, so he's a durable guy. Questionable IQ in the fighting. But he's lost to some decent guys. Marvin Vittori, Imam.
Which I thought he won that fight though.
Vittori, but against
Imam, but I thought he won that fight against Vittori. When then that was like years ago. That's when he looked like a beast, right? When was that?
Yeah. I bet him. I remember that. I bet him because he was a dog. He was a plus 205 against Vittori. So, yeah. Before that, I mean, he's fought some janky ass people though, other than Hermanson, but Phil Hawes, Kyle Dawkins. So I can't really fuck with that. But you're right. You might be honest. I was thinking about this, but I think at plus money, I mean, can you hate on Anthony Smith? I mean, he's gonna be live, right? It's more about the weight cut, right?
Anthony Smith is gonna win first round knockout.
I might bet this right now.
I'm telling you right now, Anthony Smith is going to. I just have this weird feeling that he's going to sleep, and I'm sad because I like Roman. I thought he was great, and he's lost a couple, and he just is like, damn, what happened to the killer? He looked like a savage in those fights. Like he was coming through, like just putting it on people. It was crazy watching him. It's just the way his groundwork was, and just like his hands. Anthony Smith, I don't know. I think he signed up for a much bigger task before this, and I think that Roman is a big step down. And then it's the weight class too. It's like he's got to just come in. He'll probably come in like a 202, 203 probably. Maybe comes in at 205.
But he's like is this going to be his first fight at 205, right?
In the UFC. If he has
question, if you put Dolidze against Victor Petrino, who do you think wins? Who's favored to win? I would say at 205. Oh, yeah. I would say probably Petrino at this point.
Petrino for sure.
Yeah.
So that's
I
also
think every one of those. I think every one of those, all those fools, would be favored over him. You can go. Anthony Smith's last 10 opponents. I bet they're all favored over Roman.
Oh yeah, Khalil Roundtree. He'd probably be favored. Maybe Ryan Spann back in 2023 or before that. Now it's like Ryan Spann. Everyone's like,
For real,
Johnny Walker. I don't know.
Dominic Reyes. He should fight. He should fight Ryan Spann for a rematch.
Yeah, Dominic Reyes and Ryan Spann. That'd be a good one. And then where did we put Johnny Walker? By the way,
he's damn near. He's washed, bro. That was a bad. Like they even said that was the ref who called the fight for Cannonier. Like, and then look at the way Johnny Walker get done.
He said, "I'm gonna let you get the finishing too." That's that execution one, the extra at the end,
and that stiffened them up too. Just like,
but
Volkov is lying there now. He was looking good too.
That's heavyweight though. Volkov.
Nah,
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm talking about No Time.
Ozdemir. Yeah, Volkov. Yeah.
Ozdemir,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
He's
it was
looking crazy.
after the like right as the knockout was happening, like you can see Hunter Campbell on the other side of the cage, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, because he sees the knockout, but then when he sees that second punch, he's getting up, like he's getting ready to tell him like stop the fight.
Yeah.
It was like
Nah,
even
it
he
was
was like,
bad.
oh shit,
Yeah,
and he
that
was
bad,
down. They
man.
said like Bisbing said he's still down. I'm like, jeez.
No, yeah, he was down for a minute. That was a bad knockout.
All his knockouts
that
are
was
bad
crazy,
knockouts.
man. Johnny Walker, he's gonna go down in history for not the right reasons, but he's always gonna be like the highlight footage, of people just knocking his ass out.
Damn,
He
that's
made Jamal
crazy.
Hill great somehow.
Anthony
So
Smith
this-
round 1 KO.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
I got him by just to see. I'll just take the money line. But co-main event: Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. The most random co-main event now. It was supposed to be Jamal Hill versus Olberg, right?
Yeah.
Or no, even
Man,
before
this-
that, who was it supposed to be? It was supposed to be Jamal Hill versus Roundtree.
That was
and then
awesome.
The Roundtree situation.
That would have been a good ass fight. Yeah. That sucks for Khalil Roundtree. I don't know what's gonna happen with him, but yeah, Diego Lopez, prospect, maybe contender now. We seen him at UFC 300 make light work of who was it? Nigerian dude,
Sadiq
yeah.
Youssef.
Super Sadiq,
yeah.
which was pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? Round 1, like in the first minute and a half. Yeah, man. Let's see how that. And that's great jiu-jitsu too. So that's why I was like, how's the jiu-jitsu gonna balance out? Like, you know what I mean? So this is gonna be a crazy fight.
Yep. Never been subbed in his career. I mean, he's still new, but he got the hands too, like you said. So I think this is an interesting matchup because for me, at first, it's hard to talk about because look at Diego Lopez right now is minus 125, Ortega's plus 106. A lot of people I've been seeing, I mean, I've seen love on both sides. People have their arguments for both sides. I understand. Ortega's that one person that always gets me, man. When I'm on him, I feel like he doesn't do well. And then when I'm not on him, he just like shocks the world a lot. Surprisingly, his record's only 16-3. And he's 33 years old, getting up there. Obviously, he's never been subbed. I think this is going to end up standing because both guys can grapple. And although we saw T City get better on his boxing a little bit, surprisingly, against Yair, I think Diego Lopez might have the edge there, and I'm going to pull out the younger guy, but I can see why, because Ortega is an underdog. He's always going to be in the fight, bro. And he's fought the top guys already. So, I mean, Diego Lopez, this is also that biggest step in his career, biggest fight in his career. Like, he's not fought anyone better than Ortega or bigger than Ortega. So, but short notice is sketchy too, right? That also concerns me. But who do you like?
I can't go against Diego Lopez. Look at how he's finishing everybody. And Brian Ortega, he's great. He's a veteran, but I don't know. Like, Brian Ortega's an older guy, like not older, but old, a vet taking this fight short notice. I think he would be bigger than Diego Lopez in the off time, especially because Diego just fought. Brian Ortega's last fight was how long ago?
He just fought recently.
Did he? I can't remember.
That's the thing, is more that's what everybody's kind of happy about too. It's more active, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the most active he's been in a while because he fought against Yair in Mexico, right? Or where was it?
Yeah, it was a rematch from his injury. Remember, he fought him early, had a shoulder injury. Then he came back and dominated his ass.
Yeah,
beat his ass, then choked his ass.
Yep, that's the thing. Like, Yair always lets that get done to him. Lopez, that grappling's not going to work against him. So I just feel like the youth. What's Lopez by TKO?
I think Lopez beats Yair. I think Lopez beats Yair. Like, if this was Yair, I would pick Lopez. I just think Lopez is young and he's just a dude. The way he's murking people is crazy. It's like, I want to see it keep going. Plus, he's like a Brazilian Mexican. I'm down. I'm with that.
Diego Lopez by KO is plus 275.
And what's Ortega by submission?
Plus 600.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm saying
that's not bad.
Like, that's the thing. Also, like, I want to see if Lopez, like, his last couple fights, he's just been finishing fools, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, because Ortega's never been like finished like that. Or by Max, did they? Or nah, they went on 5, or against Max and went on 5. It was just an ass beating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like I want
Yeah,
maybe
he's always durable. Remember Volkanovski's fight? He even when he was getting his ass beat on the feet, he was always live and almost subbed and should have probably subbed Volkanovski, and somehow Volkanovski got out of multiple subs, that were fully locked in.
maybe
So,
Ortega could catch some like in the later rounds or something, but yeah, right now I'm going with Lopez. Especially I want to see the weigh-ins because, like I said earlier in the show that Ortega's next fight was supposed to be at 155. So yeah, and he'd be like
exactly.
looking like he's gonna die when he makes 145 nowadays. So like, remember even that when he first fight back, he had to cut off all his hair just to make weight.
Yeah, can't put down the tacos.
Ooh, he may miss weight.
Like
He's just old and big. Pause. Ortega's always like been in shape, you know what I'm saying? He's never had no problems.
Yeah.
It's just you get older making that weight. That's why I don't like the Max Holloway versus Topuria fight. How great Max looked against Gaethje at 155. Now you're gonna go kill yourself to make 145. Probably gonna take an L.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tough fight, bro.
Thanks for bringing that up
as well. It's close, so I'm gonna take Lopez, but Ortega's always live. If he was a little bigger of a dog, like I got him earlier, I would have probably sided with him. But I like Lopez. I just think he's more he's well rounded, more like you said, trajectories up. Whereas Ortega's already proven himself, so he kind of seems like, oh, I'm fighting for charity. I'm not really, short notice. In the embedded episodes, it sounded like he didn't really even want to take the fight, to be honest. But they probably offered him a big bag.
Well, yeah, that's why he said he took this fight too, because he's gonna donate $100K to like some church or something like that.
So he's gonna make.
How much is he getting paid if he can donate 100,000? Because you see some of these guys are getting like 60, 80. Like,
yeah, but that's
contract you on.
But that's only what's on there. The UFC has done this for years, where that's their base pay they get, and then they give them more money on top of that. But it's undisclosed. Even Dana White, like he always brings the great thing. He always brings up the perfect thing. He's like, "Hey, ask the fighters how much they're getting," and they never want to tell. So it's like it's obviously they're getting taken care of.
Yeah, and that's why people, no matter the money or whatever, like they still try to strive to fight at the UFC too. And the UFC is only growing and getting better, with the performance centers.
Well, because the UFC is like smart too. They just know how to it sucks. They know how to. They've been finessing it for years, and they're not gonna break. I think like to the fighters they give them more extra. You know what I'm saying? Like Connor's base is probably like 3 million or 5 million, but he's probably getting on top of that another 10 or 15 or something like that. Just like even back
depends on how much he makes the company.
Back in the day with like Anderson Silva, like they were giving him extra and giving him like cars and shit, like Bentley, like John Jones. They gave him heli-cars, but he was wilding out and wrecking them and shit.
Probably they were helping him because he was like, "Oh, this ain't my car."
Shout out John Jones.
Fuck this.
Oh man, I can't wait till he returns.
Yeah, because tonight will be the night.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go emo all day.
Some Mexican emo, bro. Hey, but he's also one of the coaches on Ultimate Fighter. He's on the team Alexa Grasso, Team Mexico. So so he's been in the gym. He's been active and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be good. And he's been working at the PI, not just in Mexico, but in Vegas for this camp. So he's ready. He's local, ready to go.
He's local.
It's local. Next up, we got this makeshift rematch main event, the belt, but I actually like it. But short notice is interesting. Broken toe, people say, from Pereira. Yuri, just came back from his loss. So, but I mean, Pereira really chasing greatness in a short period of time. He knows he's getting old. He is 36 already.
Yeah,
so
but
he's trying to do it all.
Also, the UFC, they were in a pickle, so they dropped the bag for both of these fools because they literally pulled this out their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like they're even saying, no Pereira, he got 2 broken toes or whatever, shit like that. And then it was like Yuri didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was in a dark room for 3 days. Like who knows what the hell he was doing?
So he's doing the Aaron Rodgers treatment.
The fight was kind of sketch, so. I kind of feel bad for Yuri on this fight because like he came out like against the Ratchik fight, he took way more damage than he needed to, and he kind of said he did that on purpose because he wanted to say like that he ain't got shit for the Ratchik, but he was getting fucked up. Like even those leg kicks, I was getting nervous on that fight. Like watching it,
I was in on it. So.
Yeah, because that was like the big bet too. Because like I was, he got to win this fight, and then because he was an underdog too, so it was like. But yeah, on this one I gotta go with Alex P. Shama no Shama, like fucking what's the knockout prop? Because I feel like he has to sleep
minus 100.
Dang, you gotta get it now.
Let's see. Pereira is a minus 150 right now. Prochazka is plus 130. The knockout for Pereira is minus 120. So he could win by decision though. I mean, but like you said, knockouts most likely.
I don't think no 5 rounds because 5 rounds. I think if it goes more than a couple, I feel like maybe Yuri might actually win. Like could like maybe knock him out.
Yeah, I was just watching this fight actually. The last time they fought, like a replay of it, and dude, Yuri was winning.
Yuri was giving it to him in the second round,
and then he got knocked
second
out.
round.
Dude, he was grappling, and Pereira. Obviously, I would expect the Pereira's gotten a little tiny bit better with the grappling defense or trying to stuff some takedowns, or at least try to defend because Glover Teixeira has definitely been training with him on that. Yeah. But from that last fight, if you just watch that footage, it's like, dude, he was getting taken down easily. Like Yuri, if he goes to grappling, I think it's going to be an easy one. Kind of like if Jan was to grapple, right? Like people say that, but Yuri always keeps his chin out, and like you said, how hurt is he from the last fight?
He takes, in my opinion, he takes too much damage. Every single fight of Yuri, he's getting fucked up.
And you shouldn't do that against like Pereira.
Even though he sent Dominic Reyes to the shadow realm, he was getting his ass lit up in that fight. Like
he always does, right? Because he says the way of the warrior.
But that's the thing. Like with Pereira, you can't do that. And then like 205, that was per second fight at 205. So he was just filling in, and now he's like all the way filled in. I feel like so. Like I was just watching the Jamal Hill fight today. Like Jamal Hill like keeps complaining about saying he was doing some dirty shit, but like nah, bro, you hit him in the nuts. He literally waved out the ref, and then they high fived, and then when Hill was throwing in that punch, he got slept with the left. So like yeah, Jamal Hill's tripping.
And the thing is, you saw the hand speed too. Like it was way slower than Pereira. Pereira was sharp with it. Like you could just tell the difference already. Like it was like no, it was all bad. So I'm with you.
The only thing that kind of sucks about it is like we just said, the short notice, like 2 broken toes. They saying he's cutting like, which is kind of regular. They say he's like 227. He's gonna cut like how many pounds? Like 20, like 21, 22. So yeah, but yeah, man.
Yuri's big too, bro, and he has to cut too. So you got to think about it. Yuri's a big dude.
Both coming off the same card too. So it's like the same time. You know what I mean? Who's been training more? So. Yeah, it's gonna be.
One guy said he's the way of the warrior, and the other guy is like Powhatan.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, no, even Powhatan's like a warrior too. Remember, he posted that thing. He's like, I chose to do this to chase greatness. Like my ancestors got my back for this. So like, yeah, it's like this is like some Mortal Kombat shit. But the only thing is like for me is like we seen this shit already last November, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended kind of. It was like anticlimactic. It was back then. It was even supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be the main event. It was supposed to be John Jones the main event, but he pulled out. And then this one 2 weeks notice because Connor. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's kind of it's a good save, but it's kind of like the interest is always going to be there because I'm gonna watch everyone. But I'm just like yeah, whatever. I feel like Alex should just get it done the same way as he did before, but like hopefully maybe cleaner because last time there was quote unquote some kind of controversy that last fight. Like people were saying it was early stoppage, and then Yuri said it wasn't. So then everybody's like, "Shut up!" It was like, "Oh, if he said it wasn't, like, what the fuck am I gonna say it was for?" So
it was the way he slumped over. Remember, it looked like he was kind of just like
because he was out and then came back to life. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, he kept getting those punches, and
it was like when you seen him, like the ref seen him go out, and then he stopped it, and that's when he came back.
Yeah, I just hope it's sooner, but it's Alex by KO. Because they're both, I don't think that either one of them are going to have the cardio to go. I don't think they're going to want to do this for 5 rounds. I think if they have to, they have to. But
and if it goes 5 rounds, like I said, I'll go back to the theory that the gloves suck again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, hell no.
Leave it to Johnny Walker.
Because what's the under?
For the main event? Under is 1.5 at plus 140. So they think it's going to go over 1.5 and minus 170.
Gonna be interesting, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't want Yuri just to win just because. Maybe just get a third match, rubber match.
That would sell. People would fuck with it. Yuri, people starting to like just because the way he fights is like entertaining because he's down.
I
He's
mean,
just down to fight. Yeah.
they've been liking him. It's just he had that messed up injury where he was sidelined for hella long. You know what I mean? Remember, he gave up the belt.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, he's the real deal. But yeah, let's get on some best bets here, and what we're gonna give out for the show. Hopefully, I get back on track here. But I like this card. It's a tough card though, but I like it.
No, yeah, I mean the matchups are cool. It's just hella different little variables. Like see what's up with the damn little time off and time in.
Yeah, I might be there, but I'll be at that weigh-ins for sure, and I'll be there at the face-offs and press conference and shit. So and power slap for all y'all out there. With Tommy and Fun Sean.
You better see Paige Van Zandt get slapped.
Get slapped.
That'd be dope.
Backhand. Oh yeah, I'll be up there. Front section, right in the middle.
But yeah, who you got, young? Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, Hype. We'll let you go first.
I'm gonna do a main card parlay. Alex, Diego, Anthony.
You're a first name basis with these guys, or what? What was the last one? It was Anthony Smith
and MVP. Michael.
Michael. Okay. Like. Alex, Diego, Anthony, and Michael got it.
Yeah. And then I want to do two prop bets, not parlays, two prop bets. I'm going to do Joe Pyfer, first round KO.
What is the odds on that right now? You
got? It's probably -2.
I'll check right here. We'll use Bet Online since they to keep it consistent here. They don't have the best odds on props usually, but Joe Pyfer round one is +285.
Yep. And then I want to do
round one knockout?
Yeah.
Round one knockout is +500.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Yep. And then I want the same thing for Mr. Diego Lopez.
Lopez, first round knockout?
First round KO.
Wow. That has to be big money. Where the fuck am I? Okay, sorry. Having some technical difficulties there. Lopez. First round knockout. Very possible. First round knockout is +650 for Diego Lopez. +650.
Roll.
And big plus money, baby. All right.
You know what?
You want to do
one more?
No? Yeah,
one more parlay. I'm gonna do Oliveira.
Yeah.
By KO.
Okay.
And then Jillian Roberts by submission.
Let's see. Roberts by sub is a +225, and the other one is KO +300 +225. I'll put that in a parlay calculator later. It's real big money.
Right on.
All right, what you got for him? Ne Dro?
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna do straight up bet with MVP.
MVP?
Yeah.
Okay, MVP +115 right now.
And then let me do Alex Pereira by what is he? Knockout is -150 also.
It's -120s.
Oh,
and 150 is the money line. So
yeah, let me do that. Alex Pereira by knockout.
Knockout 120. Yep.
Then do a greasy parlay with Andre Feely.
Yeah.
Joe Pyfer.
It sounds like my greasy parlay.
Fuck. I don't even know if I should throw the pole guy in there just because. Nah, we'll do throw Diego Lopez in there too.
Lopez, all right.
And yeah, that's it for that one. And then last one, shit. Fuck it, we'll do Anthony Smith straight up.
Like we're on the same page here. He's like a plus. We'll give him plus 125. Shop around. All right. Yeah, I think I have some similar stuff, but I'm going to go opposite to start because I got to go with Ian cut Gary here because I already bet on him. I think he's like minus 135 right now, but I definitely like him. I also like where are we at? Oh yeah, I got to do Alex Pereira. I already fired on him too. I'll still take him at minus 150 right now. I think that's a decent price.
Yeah, it is.
Pereira. You know, kind of sketchy, but I think it's going to be a good fight. But I'm riding the Pereira train. And then we got Anthony Smith. I'm taking him as well, plus 125. I'm with you on that. I think Roman, I don't know him about this way. He's going to have to prove it, you know. That's for damn sure. And last but not least, I guess I also got to take Diego Lopez, bro. He's like minus 125 right now. Lopez. I'm on it. Minus 125. Those will be my 4. Hopefully, you know, we get a good week. Y'all got some big plus money, especially Hype here. He always comes through with big plus money plays.
For real.
It's been a while. I'm hoping you guys bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, I love that. That's your favorite song from your favorite band, right?
Of all time.
Yeah.
Stain, that's their name, right? It's been a while since I hit a parlay.
That's that Canadian
That song comes
rock
on my radio, and I just
that ain't Nickelback. That's Stain, I think.
Nah, let's Google it.
Google it, bro.
You should listen to Saliva. Saliva will bring it back. Click.
Oh,
click,
this thing.
Boom.
Yep.
What song I'm thinking of Nickelback?
Nickelback is like, this is how you remind me of what I really heard.
I like that song. That's the one. I like that one.
Hey, that's gonna be Yuri.
Someone needs to walk out to that song. That's gonna be the one.
I'm coming. But what do you think is the most like outcome that's gonna happen? Like, or what do you think is like a big shocker that might happen? Maybe like Ortega by submission or some shit. Throw up one of these.
Ortega by like knockout.
I think Yuri winning is the shocker to me.
Yuri, yeah. I mean, I can see that
out
happening too,
Pereira.
bro. Like, shut down the hype, and then you're gonna get the Twitter warriors hating.
Exactly. Or like, yeah, that's it. I mean, as far as shocker, I think that would be like, oh shit, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because like
for sure the one.
That's crazy. Connor.
Well, how about if MVP wins and dominates and knocks out Gary, and everyone's like, yes.
Juice, bro. Nah, I feel like MVP he will win by like just by a decision. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a split, and then watch Gary's gonna cry online, and he's gonna be like, "No, you know that wasn't right. I got robbed."
Hey, he was talking big shit on the MMA fighting show, so we'll see if he backs it up.
We'll see. But yeah, till next time, y'all.
Till next time, man.
Chewies.